Riesling and Etruscan, addicts of drugs not yet synthesized, black marketeers of World War III, excisers of telepathic sensitivity, osteopaths of the spirit, investigators of infractions denounced by bland paranoid chess players, servers of fragmentary wands.
What is going on, my freaks, geeks, and freethinkers? This is Mike Romanelli with the Freethinkers Society. This is episode number 42. I am sitting here with my main man, Clint Esposito. Clint, what is going on, my brother?
Not much, dude. Pretty good. Good to be here in the dojo studio.
It's good to be in the dojo studio sweating.
There's a little bit of glaze, but yeah, it is good to be back in the studio for sure.
It's not that hot.
It's not that hot.
But
It is great to be up here, man. It's that time of year. What are we on? It's been like, we gotta be close to doing this for a year now, right?
I'm terrible with that stuff.
Yeah,
but I think it's been, we're getting close to a year. If not, I think we're past it. Yeah, in studio. That's awesome, man. And comedy is back. Comedy is definitely back.
And not only for the dojo, comedy's back like in the East Coast, right?
Back, in the city, I'm seeing shows everywhere.
In New York City for sure.
It seems like it's really actually kind of big at the moment. Maybe I just know a bunch of comedians now that are doing shows, but it seems like there's... I see people posting more shows now than they did prior to, I feel like.
Yeah.
I see it too, man. I see like a lot of like pop-up, right? A lot of like just like venues, or what do you call them, like alt rooms, popping up all over the city. And maybe you're right, maybe it's because
we call them alt rooms.
Whatever the fuck they call. Just different places in the comedy clubs, right?
Different rooms.
Different rooms. Did I misgender comedy clubs?
Alt room, I don't really understand what it is, but it is a thing. No, that's not what you mean.
There's just a lot of shows popping up. And it's awesome. I'm happy comedy's back. I'm really happy that the dojo is really back in full swing, man. New Jersey were the last ones with the mask mandates and all that stuff. But
how? Because we were like in the middle of it. I guess, did New York do it before?
Yes.
Yeah, New Jersey was like
that's ridiculous because we were way ahead of them for a long time, and then at the end there we just give it up.
At the end, I think it just became like a dick measuring contest with each other, like how much power they could take.
Well, or was it because Murphy got criticized, so then for opening up maybe, so then he was like, watch this.
we all got like, it was like punishments. Yeah. We all got like, I'm gonna keep him in the room just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
You have to wait one more week till you can stand
one more minute
in the
corner.
One more minute you can stand next to someone at a bar. In the corner. But yeah, fuck it. It's over. We're back. I think we got honestly, I do believe that we're gonna have a couple of years of like,
You keep saying
I do. Just high times. I really do.
I see it, but it also scares me. Because you look at cycles. I think it was Tim Pool yesterday was freaking me out, talking about something about depression. Kind of how people were right before. I gotta look into this myself, but he was saying, this is interesting, right? How right before the depression, people started like through obviously the internet, but through like newspapers, they started talking about the stock market, how regular people make money off the stock market, and they started doing the margins, basically borrowing money, and everyone was making money off stocks from borrowed money, and then it was like high times, and then boom, it crashed. And what does that kind of resemble? Like AMC today, right? GME.
I didn't pay attention.
God. AMC stock, man.
Plummeted.
No, like 300%. Yeah, and then the short squeeze. Yeah, so if you're not familiar with what's going on, so
Again?
So remember GameStop?
Yeah.
So,
but they did the same thing with AMC.
And they shut it down today, too.
Today?
Yeah. Even the stuff that I use. Like, actually, I shouldn't say that. I didn't try. I think it's just Robinhood. But I heard they stopped with trade and I think even Cash App.
What do I have? No, Ally.
Oh, I don't know.
And they had locked me out when everybody got locked out of that shit that day.
I think everyone did. Because today I was watching it. I haven't been watching it actually for a while. But it was up like 300% or something. And I remember like with this one, like when I bought it, it was $9 a share. The thing is $60 today.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't have a lot. Some of these, but I've been listening to. It's just fun. It's very fun. This whole community of like this what meme stocks or the apes. I like how they call themselves apes. I love it. Bulls, bears, apes. Dude, it's another great community though. It's another young community of and it reminds me very much of the truther community. It reminds me of this because it's just regular people. Just making and together, showing the power of people together. It's really fucking cool, man.
It is, but here's the issue is that you always have those few in power that can, like these, the bottleneck of the trading apps or whatever. You know what I mean? When is somebody... I guess it would get shunned, but when is somebody going to start one of these and not do any of these shutdowns and just be like, fuck it, we're free to trade, like, get on with us?
I'm not sure about the whole stopping thing because I believe some of these guys on YouTube are actually saying it's not. I don't understand enough to really talk about it.
They think it's overloading,
but it's something like they do it and
it
is like they actually have, I think they have, I could be wrong, but I think they have to do it both ways when it gets too crazy. But bottom line is, like, I've been paying attention to AMC because I totally missed out on GameStop. Like when that happened, even though apparently there's still money being made in GameStop. But I have been following AMC for a while from the beginning, and just I like to, not always just look at conspiracies and crazy stuff. Like, this is fun, right? This is a fun community to watch on the internet. Like I said before, I hate like TV and all that entertainment. So I do watch like a lot of these guys, like that Trey trades. That guy's fucking hilarious. He's awesome. But his overall message too is like the positivity, man, and just talking about how people come together. Like people are coming together, and what I think is also really cool, like these young people are coming together. Like I was saying to my wife the other day, like when I was. I didn't do it as much because I kind of worked in the industry, but when I was that age, like people in their 20s, early 20s, they were spending every dollar they had on bottle service for $3-4 for a bottle of Grey Goose or whatever, right? The cool, like the dopest Louis Vuitton shoes you could possibly have. That's what happened in New Jersey. And now I'm like with the graphic designer we work with, or some of these, all these guys that were like we hang around, and girls that are younger. They put their money into stocks and crypto, and it's like everyone loves to shit on this young generation. I don't think they're millennials anymore. They fucking know what's up, man. And I think it's really cool how they're coming together and they're taking down the man through the internet. I don't think it's gonna last forever.
Yeah, no.
It's definitely not.
Well, that's again when I'm talking about the bottleneck, because they're for sure gonna squash you. Like,
it's not gonna last forever. They're not gonna.
They're gonna figure out how to. Like that's all the laws of trading, day trading. And you can't trade stuff so often. I'm like, I put cash into this app. What the fuck are you? What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trading with options or whatever and selling them or whatever they're mad about. You know what I mean? I actually put money in there. Why can't I just sell it later that day if I want to?
That's where we should have like Tommy G or one of these guys come in and just we should almost have that. It'd be interesting to have Tommy G come in and not talk about conspiracies just because he can really
that's his whole thing, right? With stocks.
Yeah, he does the gambling thing. Like that's his thing also. But it's really he's a trader and he's
a trader.
There's definitely some people out there.
At first I was like, what? And I was like, oh yeah.
Some of these people that take things a little too crazy.
Yeah, right.
But
he's a day trader, and there's a I don't know what I'm talking about, to be honest with you. I really don't. I'm learning. I've been learning about crypto a lot through Sam.
And now, I've always invested in the stock market just as but long, never like trying to trade. But this AMC thing is so interesting, man, and it gives me more hope. Like we always say, the internet got away with it. The internet is going to, okay, this thing will come to a stop, right? But it's just very cool how people are coming together because they're sick and tired, and that's the whole point, man. We put collectively as humans, put our brains together we can do a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I'm actually a little more nervous if they're going to just shut the internet down. So I don't know who they is.
Well, the government. I mean, they'll do like China, right? And just really limit what you can go on and see and do.
But this is also like a global thing. But yes, you're right. Well, that's the cool thing about like AMC and stuff. Like you're seeing people all over the world.
Yeah.
It's fucking cool, man. It's really cool, and it just gives me more hope. And you know, I've been telling anybody who's like gonna get involved with it because some people are like, fear, right? It's like what they call FOMO, like they want to get in.
Yeah, fear of missing.
And I'm not sure if you should be. Like I have no idea if it's too late for AMC or not. I know if it goes down even a little bit, I'm gonna put more in because my whole thing is like, even if this whole short squeeze thing doesn't happen, which supposedly definitely is going to happen. But let's say it doesn't happen, or let's say they do put a kibosh on it. People are still making a lot of money, but I feel like now people are so into this movement that then they're going to go to GameStop, or then they're going to go to BlackBerry, and even if they pick 5 or 6 stocks, or they go to Doge. Okay, Doge was a joke, but guess what? Now the people have said it's not a joke, and they're going to make it something.
Right.
And I feel like, yeah, you could stop it, but then okay, it's like whack-a-mole. It's almost like with truthers, like. I would say, I remember back when we first started, I would say, and I just said somebody recently, I was in the conspiracy and psychedelic closet. Like I didn't want to ever expose myself as somebody that looked at conspiracies. And by the way, I don't believe every conspiracy, just so everyone knows. But I love to look in. I'm sorry, Clint just gave me a look.
Well,
it's a walkout right now.
No, but you can't. You gotta at least listen. I think. What's the different like? It being classified, it's like drugs, right? What's a conspiracy theorist? It's too broad, or a conspiracy theory. It's too broad of a term. Because a lot of things that were conspiracy theories months ago, you know what I mean, are not. And that's happened throughout time. So it's like, it's a conspiracy till it's the truth. Like, there's no in between there.
Yeah, but you know, it's like, but when it was saying about that, right, with the conspiracies, like I was so nervous what people would think, or that they think I'm that guy, I believe in all this, or whatever. And then it took courage for people to come out and be like, with all these podcasts or YouTubes, right? People talking. First was 1 or 2. Now there's just you can't stop it. Like I said, whack-a-mole now. So now everyone's talking about it. Same thing with these stocks. There's going to be so many more things that are going to come up where people are just collectively. You can stop us for a little bit, but you really can't.
Yeah.
That's what I believe is happening right now. And I know I keep saying it. I feel like we're going to have a bunch of years where it's going to be awesome. I just hope something crazy doesn't come to end.
But I'm not trying to be a doomer. I've actually been more positive. Like I'll never forget the one moment. I forget a lot about what we say on this podcast, to be honest. But there's one moment we had where the vaccine, the first vaccine, like I remember sitting here talking to you, and you were like, you were like, when I was giving everyone a pat on the back, how positive, and you started talking about the vaccine, Mike, how many people are fucking taking this thing? And I was like, right? Do you kind of remember that?
Yeah.
Right. So, it's I think even the vaccine though, man, at the beginning,
Stop saying.
Oh, that's that fucking up.
No problem.
Okay, with the jab. Even with the jab. But even with that thing, like, it can't be going as good as for them to be like,
no, it's not.
How do we take this?
Exactly.
I just think it's like the mask and the ones that are so into just talk about it so much.
Yeah.
Where the people that are like.
And of course, the news is like everybody, you just hear it so much.
Yes,
and it may be our region, but I definitely have talked to people and asked them, and they go, "Yeah, I just got it because," and I'm like, "I don't know, I just didn't think that you."
I just want to go to a game. I want all this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to have
well, and that's my dad said something happened. Somebody did some crime and fled to Florida, and he goes like, he's like, we can't just go to Florida. But this guy, I said, yes, you can. I said, they just say that they might implement it. Like I said, but they don't have a mechanism to even check any of this. I'm like.
Scared of people,
but they put it's the way that they word it. They word it so, and then everybody just thinks it's already a thing when it's not yet.
Absolutely. Yeah, people think it's already the passports, right? All that
Yeah.
stuff.
Like,
it could happen.
Hey, shit, it could be. I think once again, people will say fuck no.
I think that they're trying to, predictive programming or whatever again, and that's why this stuff is coming up. They're at least going to push and see how far they can get down that road and then be like, oh, okay, we were just, It was just talk. That's it. We didn't have any plans to actually do that.
Yes, and I think it's a slow roll, right? So like exactly, see how far we can get. Pull it back. Let's see how far.
Do you know how fast you're going? Okay, well, I'm just going to give you a seatbelt ticket. No points. Oh, good. Just a $5 seatbelt ticket.
Yes, that's some real stop.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I got
off.
Yeah, exactly.
Paying this exuberant amount of money.
Exactly.
For still, yeah. It's crazy. But
hey, man,
I think it's I really am positive. I'm positive in
the future. I don't know what that means. It could be a while from now. Could be not my lifetime. But I think it's going to be good, man. I think they're going to have a lot of bumps, and when you're changing age, or we're coming into a new age, it's got to be. There's got to be some bumps, without a doubt.
I'm just really perturbed by all the attempts to ban natural shit that helps everybody and get everybody onto the Western medicine diet.
Was it you or Mark that said that they're trying to ban melatonin?
Yeah, me.
What? I can't believe that.
Cucurmin.
Is that real?
Yeah. They're looking into it.
Yeah.
I got years ago when I was driving that 18-wheeler that we had registered as an RV. That they weren't having when I got pulled over by DOT. I had Kratom with me.
Yeah.
And they were like, gave me a ticket for something on the drug watch list. I go, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
How do you give me a ticket for something that you're watching to see if it turns into a drug? Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
So like,
none of that makes sense. That whole situation.
And you actually got a ticket?
Yes.
You had to pay for the ticket and everything.
Well, I had to get a lawyer to go and deal with all of it.
So you
got there was a bunch of tickets.
But one of them was a ticket.
One of them
for a possible drug.
For some
might be drug someday.
A substance that was on the drug watch list.
It's not quite
yet. You need to find that.
Yeah, you should post. It's not quite yet, but maybe someday.
We might decide this is a drug, so we're gonna preemptively charge you whatever, you know what I mean, for this ticket, and we're gonna keep it in this manila folder in case that becomes a drug, and then we can use that to fight the war on that drug. Is that what's going on? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh my god.
Crazy time. But then again, man, then you gotta look at like. I know beating a dead horse with this, but legalization, right? And right now, actually, on the radio, they're talking about New Jersey radio today about what we talk about, the gray areas.
Yeah.
People are straight up on this little local station talking about how, I have a guy who, husband and wife, I found on Instagram, deliver me edibles. And they're just talking about all this gray shit. That I think it's great that people are doing all this. However, it's like, come on, man, they can't get your shit together where you just...
They don't want to. Here's the issue. They're like, okay, how do we limit this to just the people, the big players with the money? We can't allow just everybody to be able to get into on this cash cow.
Oh, 1,000% that's what's going on.
They're like, how do we keep these people out of the rivers panning for gold?
Yes, that's exactly what's going on. But in the meantime, they're not giving anyone any... You're not telling. You're just saying it's criminalized.
So that way they can still arrest you or whatever if they deem that it's necessary.
I'm sorry, man.
That's gotta be very frustrating, especially for
weed dealers.
But I'm sorry. That really is especially. I'm not gonna say black, brown. I'm gonna say that's gotta be very frustrating for people in poorer communities. More than anything.
Yeah.
Because it definitely is.
It's definitely just still a little bit of a thing, which I heard that they're not.
Well, Oh yeah, they're not arresting.
That's what I heard from.
I was gonna say, where do you think they're still arresting people for selling fucking weed?
I don't know. I don't think they are. That's what I've heard. But how the fuck do I know? And like supposedly they're not.
From everybody I've talked to, and I have talked to some friends that are cops recently, they're all just like, yeah, we don't care about it anymore. Just don't be driving and smoking.
Yeah. So I've heard.
Which I never do.
That's fucking crazy. Why would you ever do that?
I would never do that.
That's crazy. That's really asking for it too.
All right, wait for my video coming out about Ryan Burbank.
Cannot wait for that test.
But yeah,
I mean, it's like, come on, man.
Come on. What are we doing here? It's like. But I think all these little fuck ups, man. And when you hear people talking about it, like we're all sick and tired of the same shit. We're all sick and tired of the same shit. Like going back to the AMC thing. What's going to happen? Are they going to really let a bunch of 20-something-year-olds become millionaires? Because that's what's happening. There's kids in their 20s that bought
Why not?
No, of course some are going to get through, and a bunch have with the crypto, right? But
I
mean, how long?
How long?
Well, I mean, and I agree they're going to stop this, but why?
Oh, they shouldn't because it's a level playing field. Absolutely. No, the people are doing with what the elites and the rich have been doing behind closed doors.
Was it you that I talked to where that little kid figured out how to do the stock market or something?
No.
And then they banned him from fucking
No.
using computers for the rest of his life. Some 11-year-old or something figured out the rhythm of the stock market or some shit like that, and then started like in his dad's account. Started like just making fucking ridiculous amounts of money. And then of course the government found out about him, and he's like banned from fucking ever using a computer again or some shit like that.
Yeah, how long ago was this?
I don't know. Somebody just told me the story. I imagine it can't be that long ago.
It's banned from trading. Let's see. Teenager, you think it was?
Maybe.
Let's see. I don't want to keep.
Just test my memory out. See if I actually, or if that person was lying to me.
20-year-old kills himself from Robin Hood.
I doubt it.
I don't know.
Okay, we need to smoke faster than me. We will definitely have person.
But that's an interesting story. I'd love to hear about that.
Sorry if I just am spreading rumors to everyone.
No, I just wanted to.
I agree. Now I wish you would have found it so we could have gotten the actual.
I'd like to learn more about that. That's interesting because that's what's happening now everywhere.
Like these young kids are just fucking crushing.
They understand the computer and the internet, and then
exactly.
Well, they said that they did say a while ago how computers were going to change trading, right? Stocks and all that. Because I think that was always the edge pre when everyone had all of it, you know?
He said a really good idea, that's why I went blank. Sorry.
Anything you can...
one of the headlines on YouTube right now at Tim Pool thing. Stimulus checks go straight to crypto and how the dollar's crashing.
But yeah, man, I mean, all these young kids instead of fucking taking that money and doing whatever they thought they were going to do, they're fucking investing.
But so this is why they don't fucking teach you economics in school.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking, I probably already said this. But I'm like, why don't they teach kids economics in like middle school and high school? Because none of them would go to college. They were like, financially, this is a terrible decision. You know what I mean? They'd be like, I'm going to what? Spend all this money to maybe make it back? That's not a good idea. I could invest that money. What if they took that $50,000 when, you know, like what they didn't ever have? They basically just borrowed it and then pay it back forever. But
that's interesting, man. Like, I wonder if the younger ones that are going through all this right now are going to see the scam at colleges.
Oh yeah, it's already online. A lot of people saying, you know, like I've seen a thing about plumbers. Jesse Montanez just told a joke the other night where he was like, he was going on about teachers and all this and going to college, and he's like, yeah, they was told you don't be a plumber. The guy that wipes his ass with money and something like that. You know, like
it's fucking true.
Yeah.
If you're young and listen to this podcast, go to trade schools where it's trade school, truck driver. Being a truck driver, you can listen to podcasts all day, but
crazy. There's a shortage of truck drivers. They're saying that's going to be the next.
Well, there has been over however long a shortage of not necessarily truck drivers, but just laborers in general. Because they pushed people to college so hard, and demonized all these really great paying jobs.
Man.
Absolutely. There's so many jobs that are also how important to make America go round. Like, let's just keep, there's so many things like mechanics, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is there a shortage of mechanics? I do feel like guys
we have a hard time trying to get good mechanics in. Yeah.
It's definitely, but I think all this shit. I mean, it's going to change. First of all, how many? And I don't want to criticize anyone that did go to school because they thought that was right.
Well, and that was listen. In their defense, I pretty much felt like a moron most of my life because I didn't go to college. And that's how I was viewed by, at least how I felt. That I was viewed, which I'm sure a lot of people did. But you know what I mean? Like, that's how I felt about it because the running narrative my whole life, yours as well.
I went to culinary school.
I was supposed to go to 4-year college, but I didn't.
I was basically barely making it through high school, and I'm like, I'm not going to fucking college. I hate school so bad. So junior and senior year, I went to vocational school half a day for plumbing.
Awesome.
And I was a plumber for a year at a school. And then I started to race dirt bikes. Like, I was already racing, but then I was professional. And the guy that was basically I was learning from was like, what's your plan? And I said, I'm going to save enough money that I feel comfortable to go and race. He goes, you'll never save enough money to feel comfortable. He goes, you might as well quit. I literally quit a week later.
So do you think these people, this what has this been, a year and a half? We can call it 2 years through the pandemic. Do you think all the people that were going like in the high school time, like end of high school, junior, senior, freshman in college, do you think a bunch of those kids are going to say fuck college and see all the shit
through
investing,
through watching, so many people went back and just started learning through YouTube, right?
Yeah.
I mean, YouTube is such an incredible. Forget about all the truth and all the bullshit they're doing, because there's a lot of shit that they do.
Yeah.
But take away all the free speech issues you have on YouTube, and we just talk about like learning.
It is a wealth of knowledge,
right? Yeah. I mean, dude, the shit that you can learn from YouTube is amazing.
I've learned everything from there, editing, all types. How do I do this? You go on YouTube, search whatever program you're in, whatever the issue you're having, and you're for sure going to find some guy that's addressed that exact fucking thing in a little video.
So when they say, I know I'm a little bit of a slow. So when they say open source software, you know what that means?
That means anybody can go in and modify it or add additions to it, or like plugins, or make their own plugins, whatever. It's more of a community-based software.
So do we maybe need a
versus like Apple?
We need the problem is probably the server space, right? It costs so much to run it. Is that the problem?
I mean, I think that you're going closer to that allegedly with Rumble, right? I mean, I think that's their platform, is that they're not censoring people and stuff like that, or a BitChute basically is what you're saying.
Yeah, but isn't it very wonky?
So basically, the problem
Exactly.
is because
Exactly.
It costs money to run this.
You got an iPhone. You got an iPhone, right? Shit's the jam. Everything works, right? Have you ever had an Android?
Long time ago.
It's like a jailbroke fucking iPhone. Like it's the Wild West. You know what I mean? That's what. Like OBS. Listen, OBS, Open Broadcast Software. Same thing. It's open source. Anybody, you can download plugins that work with OBS all fucking day long. But now I got this that we're recording on right now, Wirecast, and it just works fucking better.
What do you mean?
It just works better. It's not clunky.
Because
it's like somebody, professional people that were making money out of it, made it, and it's just closed, and they have the features they have, and you can't just Wild West it and just hack the system and put whatever in.
That's why it works better.
Unfortunately, I don't know why that is. You would think open source would still get there, but
Well, I wonder the conspiracy with all that shit and like what open source
Tom Hanks fucking.
What is Tom Hanks doing?
I don't know.
Oh god.
So
you know what, man? Like it's.
I don't know why Tom Hanks should trigger this thought. But you know what I'm really. I know I've said this before, but I'm just you and I in the room today, so we can talk about this a little bit more. I'm fucking sick and tired of in this so-called truth community of this fucking
calling each other out, like fighting.
They must know the truth, Michael.
What's the deal with that? Now I'm sure you're gonna have chills, right? I'm sure you're gonna have what do they call what's that word? No, like when we go deeper, like the ones that are working, like this
psyop.
Well, yeah, psyop. People that are actually agents of disinformation and all that shit, right? At least for me, I can speak for myself. I think I can speak for Clint. Like this show, we said at the beginning, it's not a political show. This show has my message is. Not my message, but the point of the show is to talk. If somebody wants to tell us that they truly believe the Earth is flat, they truly want to tell us how lizard people run this world, or they truly want to tell us that they can fucking levitate, or whatever they truly believe in their mind, we're not going to judge them, and we want to hear. Right? That's what this show's about. Somehow along the line, politics got crazy, and we had a lot of friends that started or had shows that we were legitimately up there.
But I think that there are so many anomalies right now in politics that it becomes more of like a open idea, free thinker sort of conversation, right? Unless you just buy the narrative. And I understand this all just gets classified under conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
But
well, yes. But my point is that so all those people that are very politically motivated or whatever, they seem to really be fighting. Like all these people that, especially, like we'll just say, all these Trump people, especially, all that community. And yes, we happen to have some like. James from the People is a friend of mine. James worked for me as a fucking busboy. Like he was a very I went to all his fights when he fought. Like I was in his corner for all of them. Like I know him. He's a good friend. There's other people in this community that I've become very good friends with. Right. Then there's others that we've met along the way. Some are really into the Trump thing. I don't agree with James on everything. I would never bring him on here and I bust his balls hard on the phone. But I'm not going to bring my friend on here and go at him about like whatever he believes in. If anything, I actually like to hear about all the information, all the research he's done. I love it. I love it. That's my form of entertainment, right?
Well, that's just not being closed-minded.
When it comes to that stuff, like I love to hear about the stuff we call crazy. I love to hear about all this stuff. So he has a wealth of knowledge on that whole Trump, whatever else. I'm not going to say the words because that might get, but all of that stuff, right? So. But those people are just fighting. Like for me, when it comes down to my core beliefs and everything, man, I've done a lot of psychedelic journey, and through that, I've learned that we're greater than we weren't even told, and some occult knowledge and a bunch of stuff I've learned, and somehow that gets mixed in with that stuff. But these guys are like out there saying how they're just going after people for like whoever's making money. Let me tell you something. Sam Tripoli, he's going to make money. He's a fucking comedian. His content is going to make money. That's what Sam does. People go after Tommy G. Well, guess what? Tommy was in Tommy's show on Sirius. He's a radio person. He was a radio person. And guess what? Tommy sells his picks for gambling. That's a big job that he's had for his whole life. He had a show. Like that's his job.
But so why is that a reason to discredit?
So apparently, like there's people are very angry if anyone makes any money. Like you and I, we do this because we love it. We make money off of comedy, and we happen to have a podcast. And hey, someday we're lucky.
But I would love to make money off of it, and I've never.
But that's not like I know you're different. You produce a lot of podcasts, you produce things, but like for me, I didn't get into it for that. But it doesn't matter why people get into things,
right?
And I think it's very silly that people are. And listen, are there people in? There's definitely people that, especially in the political spectrum, that totally
went hard to make money, and maybe they did some shady. Like I'm not all about that. Like, I'm not gonna make fucking masks, right? Like, I'm never gonna make a mask that says Freethinkers Society or Clint loves. But I'm not. It's just very strange, and like. Everyone, like a lot of these people that are so upset with each other, and I don't want nothing to do with the fighting. Honestly, man, everyone should love each other and come together, and I think we're all, in a way, even though people disagree, are really. I just wish I could bring everyone together. I don't like how people are fighting with each other, or I don't like. Not that happens a lot. If I'm on a text thread, some people have a podcast or maybe a call, and people calling other people out. I want nothing to do with that shit. So please, like I'm not that. I have to deal enough with comics with that shit. I have to deal with the comics acting like babies with their little clicks. Like now, for especially in this little segment,
so their name got spelled wrong.
No.
That's really funny.
It's more of an inside joke. Clint has fucked up a few names of some big comics on flyers. But
the bigger the comic, the more likely I am to fuck their name.
But when I was doing flyers, I fucked up Artie Lang. My biggest book I ever had, I fucked up Artie Lang both times. But yeah, man. So my point is like. I think almost any of the intentions of the people that I see, like they're all fired up because they want to help people. And most of them, a lot of these people are like big-time Trump supporters. And Trump is all about making money. I mean, the guy fucking sold steaks. I mean, all he's about is so it's just very confusing to me. They're so
bad. He did kind of, did he not? I mean, I guess there's stories either way that he helps people and that he doesn't help people.
My point is, like, Trump is all about, his whole thing is about making money, right?
Yeah, for sure.
He's a rich dude, right?
Yeah.
Before he was president, that's what he used, like, you know, he was a rich dude.
He was a guy with gold fucking bathroom and his name on buildings. I agree.
So it's strange, it's even stranger to me when I see all these guys fighting with each other. It's the whole thing is odd. I just wish everyone would get along, or if not, maybe they just like go meet up and fight in a cage or something, and just fight for charity, like Sam says, or something. But the whole like, I don't know. There's just let's do good, man. Why can't we do good? That's why I've been out of that whole movement. Like I said, I have friends that not that I was ever a part of it. Like I said, I was interested. I never was a part of that whole thing. So there. I have friends that had those shows. I would listen. I would never. Like I said, I'm not a gotcha person. I'm never gonna fuck you and try to like put someone on blast on their show or even on our shows. But it just seems so counterproductive. But I love who I'm vibing now with like Mark. You know, we have Mark Steves who just he's all into like he's not into any of that stuff. And I love having conversations with him. Little Ray.
He's a very similar personality. I feel like.
Yeah.
As us. Whereas he's very relaxed and. You can bring anything up to him, and he's just like he actually usually has more knowledge about it. Where you would think.
It's amazing how much knowledge he has on things. I really enjoy like the.
But in any event, he'll at least be open to talking about stuff and different ideas, which a lot of people, like we said, are not.
Well, this whole echo chamber too is like that's not cool. But yeah, so we have Mark. I mean, we brought Lorraine. She's definitely into the Trump thing, but you know, she's another one. She's a young person with so much knowledge. And then like Ryan Bledsoe. I mean, first of all, guys, shout out to Ryan. His podcast is going to come out June 30th. I don't know if anyone saw the preview. It looks amazing. I'm so excited. He's going to be doing a podcast. I told him he better do it because. He's going to either, if he doesn't do it and meeting me, I'm going to be the most annoying person ever. Because I'm going to be like what you did to me, just keep calling, like, when's this podcast coming out? No, but he's going to be doing it. But a guy like that who's, you know, talking about all these, like, amazing experiences that his family went through and talking about just so much good out there. And there's a lot of people I'm vibing with, and I'm happy that I'm finding my tribe that way. It's very similar to like Sam. I mean, that's kind of Sam. Sam has a ton of people that are pro-Trump. But he doesn't go just that way. I don't know. It's just this whole fighting thing.
I think, well, why can't somebody believe a little bit differently than you without you disliking it?
I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't get that. I really don't. it's just so strange to me because I don't agree with everything. I don't know. It just bothers me. It just bothers me more just like all the name calling and the fighting and the arguing. It's like I wish people would just like I just wish they'd be cool and get along more. But it's not really my fight. It's not something I'm into. And like also when it comes down to like I was saying before, like more of a what's the word I said before? When it's like an agent, like it's more of a top. Like people say about Alex Jones, right? All the time I've heard that he's like a plant, right? And he might be. He really might be. You know, he's a very interesting person to me. Like, how did he get away with all this for so long? I have no idea. But I'll tell you what, I still tune in.
Yeah.
You know, because he definitely, maybe, I'm not, if he's a plant or whatever, okay, that's terrible. It's horrible. But he's definitely putting out some information.
That's what I was going to say. There's still some truth. And even if
take what you want.
he's only letting dribs and drabs out, it's at least dribs and drabs.
I mean, what the fuck
I'm
is
just
saying,
saying, even if he just says, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yes. Right? I mean, so, like, you're right, Clint. And, like, that's the whole thing is, like, I'm sure there's all kinds of disinformation out there. I mean, like Ryan says everything about UFOs. He says everything. That's how extreme he is. I don't know if I believe him with this. This might be one I might disagree with. He says everything that we see about UFOs is bullshit.
Well, I've heard comedians say it now, and I was going to do it. I think Dave said it. But it's like now that the government's coming out and being like UFOs are real, now you want to be like, something, you're not telling us something, you know? Still, like we can never just be like, okay.
Like, why?
Yeah. I believe they were more real until now they've been confirmed real.
UFO one's going to be so interesting. Like, what is that coming to? What do you think that, like, do you think it's coming out this summer, or are you going to wait a little bit longer? Because obviously, you know,
I don't know, dude. I wouldn't even venture to guess. Like, what the fuck is going on? Who the fuck knows?
It seems like, I guess you shouldn't be ever predicting. But for me, I would say this summer we're going to get some. It just seems like I'm good at watching the patterns in the news. And
they keep, like, sprinkling it in every, like, couple of weeks or something. I mean, I agree. I think they are conditioning everybody for something. What it's going to be, I have no idea. They're going to hover over all the cities. I don't. Everybody's butthole's going to get probed. Like, I don't know what.
I mean, I'm scared shitless of Project Blue Beam. I really am. That one I've always been scared of.
That's why I'm glad I don't know.
You're so glad that you're ignorant.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Ignorance is bliss.
It could be sometimes.
I was at work and I heard somebody say that actually racism is just ignorance, and I was like, I thought ignorance was bliss, and now I'm confused about this whole scenario.
Hey,
it's there's definitely some truth to that, right?
No, for sure. You know, but I think that we're to a point that my point in the whole conversation was that there are things that cultures do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what most of the stuff that you call people out on that's now
stereotypes.
Yeah, right. But it's like, when is it stereotype racist? You know what I mean? Like, because that's...
And they come from somewhere, right?
That's my point.
Stereotype comes from somewhere.
Yeah.
And
listen, Mexicans, Latinos eat a lot of fucking, like, rice. No?
Yeah, I mean...
And
so
eat
a lot of fucking pasta.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Why is that like, oh shit, what is he going to say? Rice. So do the Asian people. Oh, fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, you don't say.
I know, exactly. This is ridiculous. Dude.
Don't fucking say it. He said rice.
I know. Yo, it's like, who doesn't love watermelon? I don't understand. Everybody loves watermelon. Do they not?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Dude.
How is that a derogatory statement? Fuck.
Well, that's another thing I believe is very manufactured. I think the outrage is so fucking manufactured.
Yeah.
Like when you go to most like hoods nowadays, especially in New Jersey. I haven't been to New York in a while, but when you go to New Jersey, man, it's all types of people.
Yeah.
And it's just you're just in the hood. You know, like I don't know. I think just New Jersey is such a diverse place that really, I think it just blows our minds. I mean, you've traveled way more than me. I think New Jersey is such a diverse area.
That is pretty diverse. I mean, any real big city for the most part.
No, but I mean, even our suburbs.
Like in the suburbs, not just all white.
Yeah.
It's just now, it's just an all, like,
it's class thing.
It's more of just like
a middle class.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
at least in New Jersey for the most part. At least the neighborhood, the areas I grew up in weren't all one of anything. And most of like Newark and Patterson, those cities, it's all types of all kinds. I mean, there's certain areas that you could have like an Arabic area.
Where did you go to school?
I don't want to discuss that on air.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I went to Madison High School in New Jersey.
We had not very many black people in our school.
I didn't have many black people, but we had tons and tons of Latinos.
Yeah.
Like a giant Colombian, tons of my friends.
Really?
Like
A lot of my friends were from Colombia.
I would say we had some Puerto Ricans, maybe. But
That's just racist. You just call
Latinos.
No.
Kidding. He's not racist at all.
they were actually Puerto Ricans. That's what I'm saying. I didn't even know really Mexicans until I went down south.
Well, you also grew up a little more out west than I did.
Yeah.
Which would make sense. Which I do think your area has also changed, though, because I live more in that area now. It's like New Jersey's diverse now.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, kind of.
I'm almost to the cornfields, literally.
Oh yeah,
Like, that's why I'm putting it out for people. So I mean, we were kind of out.
Yeah, you're more in the rural, right?
And at one point, growing up, apparently, my county was the richest county, or Morris County was the richest county in the United States.
Oh wow, really?
I don't know when that was, but it was like basically when everybody started moving from New York and living out here, like the big people making a lot of money in New York, and they started just commuting.
Especially once the train started going direct.
Yeah, exactly.
To New York. Yep.
So,
I mean, I say it all the time, man. The rave scene. Back in the 90s, in the rave scene, man, there was no racism.
no.
Everyone.
I would say that was the least racist out of any group. Any raver people I knew were always just like hung out with anybody. They didn't give a fuck.
Dude, back in the 90s, man, with those raves, everyone wanted to know. Like, I'm not gonna say a name because she's still around. Everyone wanted to know the one.
What's the proper word?
Because we used to say tranny, and we were allowed to say that. She was okay with that.
Transsexual.
Transsexual.
I don't think transvestites even.
Okay.
I don't think
So the transsexual
girl.
everyone wanted to be
her friend.
Mm-hmm.
Because she ran all the best stores. So, you know,
she's the one who got you in quick.
Guy to girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I don't know.
My wife definitely knew him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get. But
my point is that we all were high school back then,
and like that was the coolest. Like we all wanted to be. You wanted to be that person's friend because if you knew her, she got you in. She, you know, if you were 18 and you were 21, like you. My point is, man, it was our crew was everything. Was everything you could imagine, from Asian, Spanish, black.
Yeah.
I mean, when I'd say everything, guys, girls, and so the whole racism thing is so. It's so weird to me. I do believe a lot of it's manufactured. I'm sure in the middle of the country, or I'm sure in the South, maybe there's more racism. I can't speak to those areas.
But for the Northeast, man, and I'm pretty sure the West Coast, like in California as well, but in the Northeast, especially in the 90s, that shit wasn't there. If anything, like they made fun of me more, so many Italian jokes, which I did. Probably because I had thick skin and I didn't care, and I actually loved it. You know, so many of the greasy guinea or all this stuff, like, you know. And I thought it was hysterical, so I didn't care. But yeah, man, it was just fucking. We didn't have any of that. You know, it was a lot of the dance. You know, back in the 90s, man. Now that I kind of had a feeling. I remember this in the summer of '99. In the summer of '99, we went to. That was the year I threw the biggest rave I ever threw in my life. And for that summer, just to thank everybody that worked for me, I bought everyone tickets to this festival out in Canada. Henry was there. Henry's our sound guy at the club, the dojo. We should ask him. We're talking about. He remembers. He was one of the original people. But anyway, we took this. We took a bus from Staten Island to Ontario, Canada. So it took like 3 days. And I bought everyone tickets for this party, and we went out there, and I remember. Well, side story. It took us 3 days by bus to get there. We get there in the middle of the night, have to climb up this mountain. Bunch of Jersey kids in Canada putting our tent together in the middle of the night, and a group of Canadians come running out towards us with flashlights and think there's a big fight or something. They're like, "Is everyone all right over here, eh?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're fine." It's like, "There's no fighting, eh?" We're like, "No." Then they started cracking up. It was just because we were like, "Hey, you fucker, get this."
Oh, yeah.
Just the way we were talking to each other. "Hey, motherfucker, you jerk off." But no, we're all like really good friends. We like love each other. So they thought it was hysterical. And we were like, this rave didn't have many New Yorkers, except for this. Like, I mean, you're talking. I think there's probably like 100,000 people on this thing. So our bus, maybe it was 50, 60 people. It was a little tiny. We were a tiny little speck in this. So we became like. You got to see these funny New York kids. They scream and yell at each other when they talk to each other. and so we were kind of a spectacle. But that was besides the point. But I do remember on the way home, I remember thinking to myself, because I think we were rushing home to go get to see Rage Against the Machine, I believe, in Radio City, or not Radio City, in Roseland Ballroom. Like that we couldn't. And I remember thinking to myself, like, this is a golden era right now. Like, there's raves going on. We're going to these festival raves. And when I say festivals to anybody who's younger and listening, they weren't, like, these were underground. When I say 100,000 people, like, there was nobody even knew about it. I mean, you did if you were from Canada.
That's like these things now. When we were younger, none of them were allowed to happen.
Yeah.
Weren't they all
most
of illegal?
It was like very gray,
like,
right? Very gray. But it was like it was very, and I just remember thinking to myself, wow, like I totally remember having this thought because everyone was, I remember we were at a rest stop coming home and I saw, I think JFK Jr. just died, right? So there was like, that was the remember, we don't have smartphones, so we saw it in the newspaper and everyone's talking about the rest stop and everyone's like about the plane crash. And it was like, I mean, I guess it'd still be giant news, but it was like, it took over the news, right? For that whole summer. And we're like, and I just remember checking, like, thinking to myself, like, there's no wars. We have all this great music. Thinking about the unity of all these people coming together. And like, we just like, there was the fucking war on drugs, but we if you went to these parties, that shit was out the window because there's just too many of us. And it was just this magical time. And I remember actually checking myself. Like I said, I remember that rave in particular, thinking like, it was just a perfect time. And then obviously the world changed in 2001, and it really fucking changed, and it changed fast right after 9/11. But there was just that era, man, and it really was like a golden age with music, with the way people treated each other. Crime was so low in New York back then. I mean, it was still gritty. New York was still gritty, and it still was very. It still had its flavor. I don't know if you remember that. Like, New York still was very cool. And then, I don't know, 9/11 just fucking really, first of all, it changed New York City so much. I mean, it changed New York City so much, 9/11. As far as, like, right? I feel like after 9/11 is when all of a sudden, like, it went from, like, then you had, like, the Starbucks and you had all these chains where you never had that in New York. It was always a very, I don't know. And now forget it. Now it's changed. You lost all those artsy. You lost all those clubs I'm telling you about, and all those places we did the raves. They've been long gone, right? So those are all gone. And then you got all the shit that you never thought was going to come in New York City came in, and now you have all the fucking crime. So it's just a total shithole now.
Yeah.
Right? And there's definitely some kind of like weird racism going on in New York where like other races are fighting each other. I haven't seen that forever.
Right.
I mean, I'm seeing that. That's not.
I was thinking about that earlier when we were talking, and how much of that is of people again home watching this amped up news, and then being like, well, fuck whoever, and then going out and doing some stupid shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it could be two ways, right? It could be that,
which
like especially like the Asian stuff, or there, a couple weeks ago there was a lot of like Jews getting attacked, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that shit lasted too long.
Those
Israelis don't fuck around though. Come to their neighborhoods, they're not gonna fuck around.
But it wasn't like that. It was individuals.
Yeah, I think it was.
Of course.
But yeah,
so like that is that like
there's
definitely something going on with Asians getting beat up,
right?
You see the videos.
Yeah. Why?
It is exactly. Like
is it what they do?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Is it
something?
Just think about it, man. You could, if you want to drum up, like you're saying, you want to drum people up. Like you could just have crazy people doing that, filming it. But the thing that freaks me out, I know I'm all over the place today. I'm sorry, guys. The thing that freaks me out with those is the reaction of people. That bothers me, dude. How nobody does anything.
Oh, where they stand there and just watch people get beat.
I don't, dude. I can tell you, I went to school in New York City.
I went to school in New York City for 4 years.
Like I said, pre 9/11. My last day of school was on 9/11. I was in New York City for the Subway Series. Fist fights happen every single day.
Yeah.
It was the coolest time to be in New York to watch the Mets and the Yankees in the World Series. But there would be fist fights in the street. But you know what happened after a fist fight? Everyone would jump in and pull people off. Like,
I
went to school right in Chinatown. I saw so many beatdowns.
These aren't even fist fights.
But people jump in and you're right. They're just more like muggings.
People are stopping fist fights where both people are kind of like getting into it, and they're not stopping one person just beating the other person.
I've seen videos where people are just literally like security guys shutting the door. Like there's that one.
Security guy literally shuts. Like there's a.
Did you see that thing at Burger King or whatever the fuck it was recently?
Which one? I mean, so many fights.
Or Wendy's.
Oh, like
giant fight.
Yeah, they're just freaking out in Wendy's, and I was like. Somebody posted it, and I was like, "He just wanted a Frosty."
What these beatings in New York City or the subways? I don't know. Maybe people just don't. I don't know. I haven't hung around New York in quite some years now. Like after 9/11, obviously.
Parking's awesome right now.
Yeah.
Actually, from what I see, the traffic's back. But after 9/11, I stopped, which I know it's been it's been almost 20 years, but I slowed down going to the city. But since this fucking pandemic, I'm not going back. I mean, it just looks. I probably, you're right. Actually,
we've already discussed
Sorry, yeah, fuck, I'm breaking plans with you.
Or you're lying to your listeners, one or the other.
No, you know what? Because I don't. When I say that, Clint, I should mean I'm not bringing my family there. I have no plans of like taking my all the stuff that I loved about New York City. I have no plans to like take them to a show. I have no plans to go see a concert. Stuff that I always did. Yeah, well, I go in and out to do business and stuff in New York City, of course, when I have to.
Yeah,
that's our backyard. But it's just
that shit bothers me, man. And it kind of ties in with this whole infighting. And just what's up with that? Everyone wants to change the world. Everyone seems like some people are pro this.
Because if everybody
watch a little old lady get beat the fuck in the street, you're not going to jump in or something. You're going to film it. You're going to film the whole thing. Just to get views. That bothers me. That fucking bothers me. You know?
It's a rough one for sure. I mean, that's what makes me down a bit. Like, I don't know. What? Just everybody going crazy. And they're getting all amped up just because of shit. Listen, my parents are the same way. They sit home watching fucking the news, and as soon as I get up, they're already fired up.
With a million, like, hey, did you hear this, man?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, our parents' age, they're really... My mom doesn't consume it, but yeah, I know what you mean. Like, hey, did you hear this? The Border's got a million.
Exactly.
They get them first
thing in the morning.
Yes, I know.
And then I'm like, hey,
too much, man.
I'm like, you need to watch that guy in Alaska or whatever the fuck else you watch.
I don't know what that is.
It's early in the morning. What are we doing?
It gets everyone all fucking amped up, man. So amped up.
Great for everybody's heart, I'm sure.
Yeah, for all these old... Yes. But it's like
news should not be on 24/7. I'm sorry.
And it also helps with pumping. It kind of goes also into what I was saying about with JFK Jr. being the news.
You should have morning news and then night news, and that's the whole.
Yeah, because back then it was a cycle, so now they have to create news.
Right.
Now they need to. Slow news day. It's like shit.
You got to get more stuff to get people amped up and pumped up.
Yeah, you're like, well, people hate Trump, so let's think about what we can write about him. Yo, how about the border? How's nobody freaking out about the border now?
Well,
I don't watch the news anymore, but yeah, from what I've been told from people my parents' age, I guess apparently the border's like out of control, or I don't know, is that what Fox News is telling you? I don't know what the fuck's real anymore and what's not. I really don't.
But Fox barely even reports on that stuff. Like, listen, Fox is like, the other wing of the same bird, dude.
1,000%.
They still have their narrative they can push and what they can't. There's always so much stuff that I've heard or seen or whatever or read that never makes it to the TV. And that's to limit it from people like our parents that are never going to search the interwebs to find out whatever,
Yep. I said to
my dad today, I'm like, if you learned YouTube, if you knew YouTube, you'd love it.
Because I had the AMC going in the office.
He's like, what is that going on? This guy's going nuts. And it's fun. It's great. Background,
and he's talking about stock. He's going nuts. I was like, what is that?
I'm like, man, if you knew how to use YouTube, which is not that hard, you would love this shit. You watch people.
You watch CNBC. You watch Fox all fucking day. You watch people commentate, but you're watching them commentate on bullshit.
Yeah.
The fucking CNBC is now that I'm getting into this stuff, complete bullshit. Whatever they're telling you is literally for their friends to gain, not for you.
100%.
They're literally, I heard CNBC is a scam. Blah blah. I'm like, of course they're gonna tell you all that's just a scam.
This is the fucking frustrating part. Everything that's not them is a scam. They've got it, and whoever the powers that be in any fucking genre, have it set up that if it doesn't come out of our mouths, it's not real. Like, freestyle motocross is the same way. They just pretended like we didn't exist.
Oh, you're bread.
Yeah. The whole East Coast, anybody I put out there. There was literally somebody that worked for ESPN that would put all these photos up that moved to New York to work for ESPN. And all the photos would be of West Coast people. And we're like, what's up? And it was like, his response was literally that there were no good photographers on the East Coast.
Oh, photographers, okay.
The whole eastern side of the United States has nobody good enough to take fucking pictures of people jumping stupid motorcycles. Like...
Can't make that shit up, bro.
Dude.
You can't make that shit up.
I'm like, okay.
Clint.
That's why I think this internet is great, and we take away fucking the controversial shit on YouTube. It's a pretty awesome tool,
100% it is, and again, I mean, it's anything that gets too big, right?
Yes.
Like you knew the powers that be couldn't let this thing run rampant, and
I mean,
they get their claws into everything. And listen, if you were, and I say that if you were, but I mean, and it kind of comes around. If you were one of those people, you would do it too. And I say that because if you're the type of person that would do those, you know what I mean? Do those type of things, then or like get yourself into power like that, then.
I see what you're saying. If you're that kind of person to be in that type of powerful position, that's
probably going to use it to the fullest extent that you can.
You're that type of,
I had somebody asked, he goes, what about people, he goes, what's wrong with people that are like billionaires? And I go, what do you mean? And he goes, like however many millions not enough? And I go, he goes, there's got to be some kind of, like they've got to have some kind of disorder. And I go, everything doesn't need to be diagnosed, dude. I said the type of person that gets themselves to 100 million wants to see if they can get themselves to a fucking billion. That's just... Why not? Once you get like a person that doesn't make that type of money, is like, if I had that, I'd be whatever. But once you have 100 million, then you go, now I can buy whole apartment buildings and rent those out and generate more. You know what I mean? You just play the same game at a bigger level.
Yeah.
Plus, I think people that are making money like that,
just constantly becomes a challenge for them.
Exactly.
So they gotta keep going.
And now that they're to that point, they think, they go, well, why can't I get to that, right? That you build on your goals, and once you start hitting them, then you just make bigger and bigger goals, and some of those people figured it out and start generating ridiculous amounts of fucking money, you know, and then just figured out what the game was. And once you got that much money and influence, well, then the game becomes easier.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that's pretty much anything in life.
Whether it's money or becoming,
famous.
If it's
any of this comedy.
Yeah.
You know, once you get to a point where you're Joe Rogan, everybody wants to have you. He's already like, I don't give a fuck. I do what I want because I don't need your money. And now everybody wants to. Now that he has the money to buy whatever he wants, everybody gives him all the products that they have, so that he doesn't need.
I saw that when I had a friend that was in the NFL.
He was a walk-on.
And then he became way.
And it's like, now I don't need this stuff, and they send it to me for nothing.
He was a walk-on, and I think
I believe his salary was like something ridiculous the first year, and then
like $40,000.
It was something I wanted to say. It was something literally. It probably was more, but we were also talking a while ago. And then he ended up becoming a Super Bowl champ and all this stuff. Sports Illustrated. You're right. The amount of free shit was so crazy to the point where he would be like, Mike, here's. I always wished it was Nike. It was sponsored by Reebok. Right, which is still awesome.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, give me the book. It's back when I was in high school. Give me his book. And he's like, just circle anything. I can't order enough each month that they would give him. He's like, I can't even, I don't.
He's just got so much clothes.
He's like, I don't even like, so here, go ahead. And I was like, really? He's like, dude, I'm telling you.
But for them though, it still got you into fucking Reebok.
Yeah. Exactly.
But you're right.
The more you get, like,
how many times I don't really do it much anymore, but when I was green and I first opened my first place, I'm a football player, anything's
on me. Think back, why would I even, guys had a lot of money.
Yeah.
Why am I buying?
Just so he comes back, hopefully.
But when I was green, I tried to not, like I said, I'm talking guys when I was literally probably 22 years old. But I try to treat every single person the same now. Like I try not to do that. Like I hope I do it with comedy. Like I try to treat every person that comes in to perform here, a micer or a headliner, I try to treat all with respect, all the same. But it's funny how when a celebrity, like, they literally get everything for free. They can't pay for it. They can't pay for it, and then now they have all this money. It's so funny. It's so interesting.
But you know what? On the other side of a business, like you said, if all of a sudden all these football players or all these whatever are hanging out your bar, it does bring in other people and say, hey, this one's there, that one's there. So it kind of does make sense in a way. But it is kind of crazy how the richer you get, the less you pay for things. I mean, I see
more well-known, whatever. Like as you grow exponentially, as you grow, it goes exponentially because more people see you, more people want a piece of you. And I mean, that's why people get weird, right? Once they get super famous.
Yeah.
Because then everybody's trying to talk to you to get their sneaker on you, or they're listening to their demo, or whatever the fuck it is, you know?
Oh, dude, I forgot that. Yeah, I forgot that back in the day. Hey, listen to my tape. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Yeah, I want to give you a tape at the end of the day. Listen to this tape, man. I'd love to get on a show. Yeah. Fucking A, man.
Well,
Clint, you know what? I just want to, before we wrap this thing up,
if you guys are still listening, I want to thank all of our listeners. I'll never call you guys fans. You guys are listeners like a family. I've been trying to get back to everybody that hits me up on social media. I'm sorry if I haven't gotten back to everyone. I have been a little bit busy with work. Thank God work has been busy in the dojo and all that stuff. But I'm trying to get back to you guys. I really do read all those messages, and if I can help out any way I can, I try to help out. But I appreciate you guys so much. We really appreciate the listeners. I appreciate Megan Cush and Cush Creams and everything that she does. Not an official sponsor by any means, just a friend, and she sends us out a nice care package of creams.
I'm about to go put some on my
helping us with our pain. It's just some really good products. Not to also forget to mention like just the good she's doing in the world. So I just want to thank her. I want to thank Mark Steves for helping out with this show so much. And all the other Youssef for all the research and everything. So guys, we kind of like I don't want to say change the format, but Clint and I decided like, we have a ton of guests lined up. But we want to do the proper research before we have guests on, so we're spacing it out. So we're going to be doing more shows where it's just us. We do have some other people that are friends of the show that you're going to see on a lot more, like Mark, Little Rain, Yusef. We do have friends of the show that work behind the scenes. We want to also bring them on because they're great, unbelievable researchers. Some of them have podcasts, whatever. But I'm just so thankful. I really am. Even if it was just one person listening, I'm so grateful. But I know we have a lot more than that. And I'm just very grateful that you guys listen. Love you, Storm. I don't know. I think that's it. Thank you also Clint for all the hard work you put into this podcast. But thank you. And that's it for today, guys. We'll see you next week.
Thank you guys. Later.